Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, Legends of the Dead. So in today's episode we're going to be continuing this tax tour. So finishing up, we got one more vassal to visit, that's this one here. And then we'll be forming our empire, finally, the Persian Empire. And we'll have to do a few things before we can do that, like forming up that second kingdom. And our grand tour was turned away. So as my entourage comes to a halt at the gates of Rai, the call is made for the Emir to receive me, but after a time that is more than generous, not even a lowly servant appears to greet me. The call is made many times more, but we receive no answers save for the chirps of wild birds and the whistle of gentle winds. It's become clear that I've been turned away at the gates, and the miserable Emir has in so doing insulted the crown. So we say, let's just move along, we'll gain stress. This insult will not soon be forgotten, could form a rivalry with them, or break down the bloody gates. This is a tyrannical action. We'll gain dread. We'll obviously lose opinion with him as well. Could get the rivalry, we'll loot the territory, he'll lose control and development. I almost feel like that's what we would do. I know our character's not exactly like the most tyrannical guy. It just feels like he has no right to do this. Now, it would allow us to arrest him, but we're kind of in a situation where if we arrest anybody, then we're probably going to be fighting a civil war. That's more than likely. Unless you're able to arrest him, of course. But as we've seen with that other character, we have a really low chance of succeeding in any arrest. I really feel like this is what we would do. Like, no way. Yeah. He's not able to just do that, so let's break down the blade gates. So yeah, we earned a good little chunk of money on this tour. We're almost to the conclusion. We just need to arrive back home. And we did lose one promoter while gaining another. Okay, did just inherit something. Some county over here. Did we get, yeah, we got 2 titles from it. So that's the reason why we're over. But one of these we can just grant out. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and give out the temple holding, I suppose. Although, this might be part of... Yeah, this is a part of his duchy, so it makes sense to give him the whole thing. Since it is our son. Yeah, you know what? I think we're just going to grant him that whole territory, guys. So that'll strengthen him even further. And I think he controls the entire duchy, doesn't he? Okay, just this one territory that his brother has. But he has all the rest of it. So yeah, he shouldn't be inheriting anything. He's gotten plenty of territory. This is how our cousin died. I see, so that's who we succeeded in that title. And so, it seems it's a mysterious circumstance. Somebody might have assassinated him. That's interesting. I wonder if our son did that. Doesn't really seem like the type, but maybe. Knowing that we would grant him that title. I don't even know if the AI can consider all that. Alright, so we did conclude the grand tour. So that's going to increase control in all of these counties. Also just notice our level of splendor went up. So we're now more renowned. We're well known. And now we'd be moving towards significant. So those are the bonuses that grants us. We get this modifier as well. So this is going to increase the vassal limit. That's pretty helpful, since that was one of our issues that we were dealing with. We're also going to get increased taxes and increased development growth. Our dynasty gets a ton of renown, so that's the reason why we moved up there. And we'll get increased opinion with all these characters that we're actually able to visit. It's not the one... I don't think we get it with him, because we didn't really visit him, and we kind of visited him. Yeah, it looks like we did get the 30 opinion with him, so we didn't really tour his holding, we looted it, and he's happy about it, even though he hates us. So that offsets the hate and still gives you a plus 15. That works out, I suppose. So we did get the level 4, and so that's why we got the renown and the prestige. And so yeah, I think it's worked out pretty well. That gave us the money we needed to form our titles. So we have to do the kingdom title first. I've already decided which kingdom title we're going to do. So if we look at the different kingdom titles here, these are the options. You could do this one here, But you'd have to grant that to this character because he just holds so much territory in the region. It makes no sense to give it to anybody else. So you'd really need to give that title to him. So maybe we will eventually when we have the money to create an additional title. There's another situation like that as well. Over here in Syria, I could see granting that to maybe this character. Although he doesn't like us. We do have that -15 from the tyrant. Part of it says the taxes. Yeah, he's not a big fan of us. What would be beneficial about giving the Kingdom of Syria to a character is that they would start conquering the rest of it for us. So they might actually start attacking this guy, who's known as the Bald. He's mocked for his lack of hair, which is maybe why he wears the turban. So those are kingdom titles we might want, let's go through here. We might want to grant later to characters that aren't in our family. These two kingdom titles are already under somebody else, so you'd have to usurp those, and we're not able to. We don't have enough of the territory. So those aren't an option. Armenia would be a choice, but we actually have some territory here in Armenia, so that king would expect us to give that to them. I think that the kingdom title we create here is probably going to go to one of our sons. There's this one here, and that's actually where our capital is, and that causes some issues, considering the fact that we have territory over here. And so this would be the one that got inherited instead, the Georgia one, which of course, because we're a clan, it's named after us. I think that's how it would go down since our capital is over here. And so I think our heir would inherit this title, which definitely creates some issues with all his brothers here. Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. So that is an option. The other option is the Persian one. Problem with that, of course, is that one of our other sons inherits it. So our heir will be the Emperor of Persia, but not the King of Persia, so that's kind of weird. And so that really only leaves two options. Mesopotamia. And my issue here is that it really seems like it should go to the Caliph because he's got so much territory. I think he's got most of that imperial title, or kingdom title, excuse me. Just take a look here. He doesn't have most of it. He's probably got about half of it. And it looks like all of it's already inside of our territory. So I don't think that's a good choice. And so really, it just leaves the one kingdom title, this one here. And so that's what we're going to create. And so it's going to cost us 425. It'll get us some prestige and some legitimacy. Where is our legitimacy currently at? I know it's pretty high. Yeah, it's almost full at this point. So that's the two kingdom titles that we needed. And so now, well, it's not that imperial title, it'll be over here. So now we want to create the imperial title, which we are short to the counties. But remember, we have a vassal that we could bring into the empire. I think it's this guy here. And that, with no religious exemption, would get us well above the 98 that we need. And it seems our son has become a promoter. Maybe because we gave him those titles, or because it's beneficial to him. So yeah, he accepts. And so with that, we have greatly increased the size of our empire because we gained all this. So we could always vassalize this other character now. I think was over here, and that's why I declined before. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then it looks like there's somebody else here now who's willing to accept this character. I wonder if that'd be enough to allow us to usurp that kingdom title. Might be. So that's over here. And that's over here. And so we took a look at this kingdom title here, which we were not able to usurp before. We can now usurp it. So we're probably going to want to do that eventually. Usurp that one and this one here. It does have a cost to it though, so we don't want to do it right now because obviously the imperial title costs 850. We'll still have money left, so I guess we could usurp one title. But yeah, let's go ahead and create this finally. We are the Persian Emperor. This grants us 500 prestige, and legitimacy we're already practically at max as it is. And so with that, we are now the Emperor. And rather than known as Persia, it's named after us because again we are a clan. So that has changed the color up here on the map. Also, got something here in the royal court. Oh, we need to be a higher level because we're an emperor. That makes sense. So might want to increase our spending to a degree. Maybe increase the fashion. Yeah, that would work. And you could even try and get it higher. Because again, we should have a very highly ranked and grandiose court. So you could do the lodgings and then the servants. I mean, not the food. Yeah, I think that's good. We have the money to spend. Currently 7th in the world, so we're going to try and increase that some. The Kaiser's number 1, while the Byzantine Emperor is number 2. King Ralph of England. There never was a King Ralph historically, so that's funny. I gotta look at this guy. Okay. So who is there? Oh, he's the son of William the Red. William Rufus. So historically, William Rufus didn't have any children. It looks like he did have a child here in our playthrough. That's interesting. So we got a King Ralph. And it looks like France has also formed an empire. See, we haven't really been paying attention at all to like what's happening in the world. But yeah, he also has an imperial title, so he's the Emperor Charles the Merciful. So yeah, you see we need to move up here, guys, with the other emperors. And the King of England, apparently, he's ranked among the emperors as well. And another interesting aspect here is that you got a King of Aquitaine, because the emperor was able to hand that kingdom title down, you know, without losing any territory, since, you know, he's an emperor. Okay, so a lot of interesting things happening over there in Europe, which we've been pretty much ignoring. Let's kind of look at the map here, since I haven't done so in a while, and see what's going on. So as an emperor, we do have a new fancy crown. Looks fantastic. I don't know if that's actually, yeah, it's not actually in our artifacts, unfortunately. So yeah, we're still being notified about this. That should go away once it's been increased, since it does take time. We will likely have other people open to being vassalized now. For instance, we can vassalize kingdoms. And just some people that would see us as their rightful liege. And then, of course, there's the characters that now neighbor our territory, since we just expanded that way. And so, yeah, we will want to bring those ones in. So him. Let's take a look at this character next. Okay, so he's right in the middle of our territory. So we'll bring him in. And then we have one more character over here. And none of these are kings. So I think they just are willing to be vassalized simply because we're an emperor. And we're their rightful liege now, where before we were not. So yeah, we'll bring all of them in, increasing the size of our empire even further. And looks like there's a few people that we could appease by granting them some vassals who are rightfully theirs. I'm okay with that. I think one of these we're not okay with, though. Yeah, that's the situation over here. So we're going to leave that as is. We can usurp these titles since we do have the extra money. So I believe one of these, at least, is, yeah, the one we looked at over here. And the rest of these probably wouldn't bother with. Yeah, those are just duchy titles. But with this one, I don't see why not. Yeah, usurp that title. And then let's take a look at the inheritance now, because those are all kingdom titles. And so our sons would inherit those. And so it might change what they're getting as far as like counties go. Might be beneficial to our heir. Also, we can go to absolute crown authority. So we should do that. It's obviously going to impact the opinion, but it will increase our vassal taxes considerably. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And so we want to take a look at the succession now and see which titles we're still set to lose. So it looks like it's going to be... Oh, we are going to lose the kingdom title over here. Okay, yeah, I don't want to lose that one. Well, that's interesting that he's going to inherit these other kingdom titles instead. And he's inheriting both of those. Yeah, that is really interesting. Out of all the kingdom titles, they're going to give him Georgia. And thus he would get the counties that we hold there. So we might want to grant these out ourselves then. I don't want him inheriting Georgia. Maybe grant out one of these two here. So either that one or this one to somebody. I have to look to see if there's anybody here that's worthy of that kingdom title. We could give it to a son now as well, just like Hick. Yeah, we could just give it to him, that son who was already set to inherit. I don't know if that would appease it though. Or if he'd just get that kingdom title as well. You know, I want to check this out, because you never really know how it's going to work with the succession. So I don't really like the way it works. And I prefer to be able to just handle it myself by setting it up so you can have primogeniture right from the start of the game. It is my preferable way of playing these days, just so I can control who inherits what. And I don't screw my sons over, I give them titles. But you can control what they get, and it makes more sense instead of the weird way that the game does it. Or just, they get titles that don't make any sense for them sometimes. So because we are playing with the default, we don't have any mods turned on. And so because we are playing with that, and he could succeed to anything, he could end up getting two of these. Went ahead and saved it. And yeah, we'll go ahead and try and grant this out to our son. Maybe I should do it through here. There's a lot of characters in here. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and just select him. And then grant him that kingdom title. And we'll see if this works. So it'd be this one over here. That increased opinion by 80. I mean, he already loved us. And so now let's go to the succession. And see... Okay, so now it's just a different son that's set to inherit the other kingdom title. I see. So they basically all have to have their own kingdom titles, although at least this one makes more sense. I mean, it makes more sense that he gets this because he already holds territory there. You could also grant it to our brother. So that'd be an option as well. Our loyal spy master, because remember, we lose him if he ends up going under any other king. And he is of our family. Doesn't have to all go to our sons. As far as like who's the better character, I feel like our brother is just more skilled and useful. Because whoever gets the kingdom title, they're going to be our highest ranking. And so like our son over here, he'll eventually be one of our most powerful vassals. And so at least he's got good stats here. So if we want to put him on the council to keep him happy, then we could do that. He could be our steward. He might even be better than our current steward. We need to take a look at that. Well, this son here, he's okay. Not as impressive as our brother, who I guess is not quite as good as he used to be. Or maybe that was just our only choice before. But yeah, if I was to give it to anybody, it'd probably be him. It's just the unfortunate thing is that if we give that title out, then we lose these territories here. And so I don't really want to lose any of that territory. He is allied with us, so we don't have to worry about him rebelling. Same thing with our son here, though. He's also allied. But yeah, I feel like he's the one more worthy of it. He's served us for a long time, and our character's never forgotten that he stayed loyal to him. And so we're going to grant him this territory, but I don't think we're going to give him the two counties we hold. I know we get an opinion hit, but he's going to like us so much. I don't think it'll be a problem. What we could do is just... Let me make sure I'm not giving him any of the titles underneath. We're not. We're just giving those ones. Because yeah, this is all under our control, so I don't want to grant those to him. Alright, so we'll give him those. We'll keep these ones under us. And again, despite the fact that we have some of his rightful territory, and thus we're getting a negative 25 there, he's still going to love us. Because we're best friends. And we give him a kingdom. So we need to form one more kingdom. Because our current kingdom title is this one over here, which I didn't actually want to keep. I thought one of our other sons would inherit it. But if we take a look at the succession now, see what's happening. It seems that he's just going to get the counties. Okay, so this is just one of our younger sons. What if I granted him a kingdom title? Could do that. Like if we took care of all our sons and gave them all kingdom titles. How many more do we have? That's it. He'd be the last one. Because I don't know that he would inherit anything. Not sure how that would work. But it looks like he's been skipped over. He is part of... No, he's not. So we actually need to... Because I believe he is part of this kingdom title, isn't he? Yeah, so we need to give our son to his uncle. I don't know if that would create any issues. Yeah, he's rightfully his. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so that looks good. And this is all decreasing the number of vassals we have, which is definitely necessary because of how large our empire is. So we haven't done much in today's episode, and we've done a lot in a way, but we haven't done much as far as like playing, because there's so many different things here. And yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and grant him this vassal. It's rightfully his. Yeah, just managing titles and stuff. Somebody else can be vassalized over here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's send off all these vassalization offers. And so now we just need more money to form that kingdom title. So I think I'm going to form this kingdom over here. Lots of more characters we can vassalize. And I don't see any characters that we wouldn't want to accept now at this point as an emperor. Especially because we can hand off some of the most powerful ones like kings to be dealt with. I'm not seeing anything else in here we need to be aware of besides maybe this. The different situation with the powerful vassal positions. So let's go and take a look at our council, because I don't think we have anybody in here now who's actually a powerful vassal outside of maybe our brother. He might become a powerful vassal. The Caliph, of course, is still one of our powerful vassals. We have our brother here as the chancellor. Probably going to replace the steward. That's interesting. I don't think it's updated yet. Yeah, I don't think it's updated just yet. So let's just wait before we do any changes there. And yeah, we'll get all these new vassals. And hopefully we actually did increase our level of fame there. Okay, excellent. So once we no longer have a truce with the emperor, which we have to look at ourselves, see when that truce expires. I want to say it's like 11/28. Yeah, it's April 25th, 11/28 is when that expires. So we'd want to then declare war for a kingdom title, Holy War. And we're wanting to do it over, I don't know exactly which one. We talked about doing Pontus, that'd be an option. But the Anatolia one would be good too. It gives you a lot of territory. I think this one here looks a little bit better though. Yeah, that's something we eventually want to do. We do have a dangerous faction. Of course we do. And it's being led by somebody who's not happy about the fact that he doesn't have a seat on the council. So this is not surprising that we're facing a potential faction. I was thinking with all these vassals and stuff, many of them are quite unhappy that we would have an issue, particularly when I increase the crown authority, which that's what this is over. The crown authority being too high. We could always accept the ultimatum and reduce crown authority so we don't have to fight this, or we could fight it and then just arrest all these dudes. I don't know how large this will be. It looks like a kind of large rebellion. We can also try and appease some of those faction members, so for instance putting them on the council, and then I think this is some of the issue here, because I know one of those faction members, they were irritated about this. So yeah, granting him to the king, which this is our son, so he's not in the faction. He's actually allied with us, so he can't join a faction. But I know that this character, the Wicked, he's upset because he wants that territory. And so that would appease him. That was one of the new vassals we got, I think. And yeah, this guy too. And so I don't know if that'll be enough to get him out of the faction. But these guys is not having positions on the council, that likely is having an issue. Let's let the month go through. It seems like it's just not updating. Because it should be the kings. And it's kind of weird. But yeah, he's a powerful vassal. He's got good marshal, but we already have a powerful vassal in the marshal position, so it might be better to instead do a marriage there. He does have very good stewardship. Yeah, I could see putting him as our steward instead. Yeah, we could do that. Just to appease him. This character is another option. I don't know if that'll be enough. I mean, he likes us quite a bit. I'm a little surprised. But yeah, I would like to avoid the faction if possible, but if we gotta fight it, we gotta fight it. It's just, whenever you're fighting factions, hey, he's gonna pay homage to us. He brought money too. Excellent. But yeah, whenever you're fighting a faction, it does often feel like it's kind of a waste. Outside of the fact that it lets you arrest the members of the faction. Outside of that, not really getting any benefit from it. Just seeing if there's anything else you might want to do in here to deal with this faction. So let me take a look at the faction now, guys. Okay, so that one character did leave the faction now that we made him our steward and gave him those titles he wanted. And so now it's this guy, and he also wants a seat on the council. I don't think he's going to get one. We could instead arrange a marriage between our children and his. That would get him out of the faction. So some of these might just have to let him rebel, but maybe just getting rid of some of the more powerful ones would be helpful, just to make the rebellion a little easier to deal with. Yeah, I mean, just getting him out, he's 19.8%. Might be enough to take it down, but I don't think so. We'll have to see. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a marriage. Maybe with his heir. Makes sense, since he'd be inheriting all his titles. And what sucks is this is that guy that we just brought in. I knew that bringing in all these powerful vassals would be an issue, so not surprising. So yeah, let's go and arrange a marriage here. Between, well, we gotta pick our character. I'm trying to arrange a marriage with him, so we want one of our daughters here. How old is he? He's 6. So we want a daughter who's like close to his age, and I see a granddaughter who's 8, but that would not result in an alliance. We have daughters, don't we? I feel like we do. This might be a little bit easier if we limited it to our own dynasty here. We got our niece. Just looks like granddaughters. I thought we had some daughters that we hadn't married off, but maybe not. Maybe I did arrange marriages for them all. Because yeah, we did like our 8-year-old granddaughter, which she's not even in here, so she's not a member of the dynasty. Okay, maybe we did like this granddaughter and him. This would only result in an alliance with him. And so that's kind of the issue there. Yeah, we need the alliance with his father. And that's because he's landed. So he could instead do the marriage with one of his children who isn't landed. So you got this son. We could take a look. That would not create the alliance. Again, because it's the granddaughter. Although it's interesting, it does work with his landed son. So yeah, that wouldn't work. What about with like one of our sons? I know she's really young. Yeah, because I don't think it would work with the grandson. You could try. Yeah, that would not work. So it'd have to be... Let me do this again, because it always removes her from there once you go back. But yeah, I could always just do like our youngest son. I just keep having motorcycles come by. I gotta cut them out, man. They're like really loud. But yeah, this would result in that alliance. So let's go and send that off. Kind of a weird situation there, but whatever. So he accept. We also got another promoters. We're getting a ton of promoters. But yeah, I don't know if that will be enough to get rid of the faction. Looks like it's not. Yeah, they're just over the line. That's what I was expecting. It'd be close. So we did one more, but we could also just fight this rebellion and take their titles and hand those out to people who are more loyal. That'd be an option as well. When's it fire? 20 months. So it's going to be a while longer. Okay. And Sharam has come of age, our son. They grow up fast, and how do you do? He's an astute intellectual. Okay, so he got the level 3 education. It's not bad. He's also an aspiring blade master already at a young age. And looks like we inherited 2 more titles. Because this character died. I think we've seen that there's quite a few titles out there that we are set to inherit. So we need to grant those out. Actually, I don't even know if it was 2 more, because I think we were at like 12 or something, weren't we? So those are these titles here in Iraq. Okay, so let's just give out the temple ones. And we'll just grant it to, I don't know, some random characters. Doesn't really matter. We'll pick people who I guess have high learning. And I guess if you picked like old characters, then you might get them back eventually. Man, not want to do somebody that old. Yeah, just do some like, you don't want them lowborn either. Do some older characters. Or even characters you have a hook on. Or loyal. Yeah, it makes sense to grant it to him. So yeah, let's go and grant him one of these. So it's going to be this one here. So I'll get rid of one of them. Though now he doesn't like us. Of course. The absolute crown authority hit us there. Okay, whatever. And then we just need to grant out this one now to somebody. Yeah, that absolute crown authority, it is a huge hit to opinion. It's a lot of extra money though, so that's really the reason why I did it. Because we need more money. In fact, we can now create another kingdom title, so something I'm going to do here in a minute. So let's give out this title first. Again, just sort it based on learning. Since it is a temple title, obviously we could give it to whoever we wanted. There's this character. Sure, why not? And yeah, he loves us as well, as expected. Alright, so that gets us under the domain holding limit for now. Let me just take a look and see what our council's currently doing. Also curious to see if anything's changed here. It is not. Yeah, that's interesting. So everybody's already doing what I want them to do. We've got him doing the domestic affairs. We need an extra opinion. He's increasing control somewhere. We'll be done in 3 years. And of course, we're still doing the increased development in the capital. 17 days, and we'll be increasing that even further. And we're also doing the religious relations. So Ibrahim has come of age as well. Remember, these are 2 sons from different wives that were born around the same time. And he got the level 3 education too. So he's a fortune builder. Okay, did we lose? I thought I had assigned. Yeah, could have sworn I had assigned. Let me get this increase because I want to take a look at where we're at on development now. We're at 32. Okay, excellent. So let me just see what's going on with the accolade titles. Yeah, I don't think that was an accolade we actually had here. We can create another accolade position though. We want somebody who's young and gonna hold it for a while. And we don't really have very many options, do we? Could always ask for some knights to come in, but that's not really what I want to spend my money on, guys. And we just have all these things we have to take care of. We are set to lose this territory when this character dies. Because this guy would inherit it. I see. How much are we even losing? It's just a county. Or not even a county, a barony. Somebody else is willing to accept vassalization. Sure. He'll join this faction. So let's go ahead and do that. And any other things we need to be aware of over here. We can create another kingdom title. Or we could usurp this one too. That would always be an option. But I actually want to create this other kingdom title instead. So he did accept that. Let me make sure that he doesn't need to like go to anybody else. He's not like rightfully somebody else's vassal unless hitting us on the opinion. Not seeing it here yet. Might take a little while to pop up though. Yeah, it's just that one currently. So it's just this event again. You can see it's truly heartfelt. Let's tell the truth there as an honest man. And we have troops raised. Okay, let's go and disband them. Must have been from that inheritance, perhaps? I wonder if it changed up our situation over here at all. I'm not seeing any changes. Oh yes, we still need to deal with this situation here, but first, the kingdom title, guys. So yeah, I want to form this kingdom title right here and make this our primary kingdom title. I would like to do Persia as well, but we don't have any territory over there, so it just doesn't make a lot of sense right now. But yeah, we need a new primary kingdom title because the current primary kingdom title, I mean, basically, the imperial title is the primary title, but our main kingdom title is actually this one. That's the one we hold. I don't know if anybody's set to inherit that. Let me just take a look. No, the only thing we're losing right now is that little shottum there, the duchy title, which we don't even need to keep that. Do we have too many duchy titles? Let me just take a look, because that would give us an opinion penalty as well. Now I'd prefer that he just gets that. That actually works out for us. But if we create another kingdom title, then that would result in another kingdom that could be inherited, but I could just grant that out to somebody as well. I grant that out to him actually, and I'm fine with him inheriting that, in fact. So yeah, let's just go ahead and create this title. This will probably be, well, I was gonna say it's gonna be the last kingdom title we create, but I don't know, we could usurp this one as well. Alright, so it's gonna create that, and let me make sure our son is set to inherit that. He should, because it's our main territory here. That would create issues. Okay, so now he is set to inherit this area, and thus he'd get all the counties there in the duchy. So he's getting more, but that's expected, and I'm absolutely fine with that. Our son probably won't be able to manage as many holdings anyways, because remember, we're a stewardship focused one, and our son is not. He has a stewardship of 7. He's all about that intrigue, so he's not gonna be able to manage as many territories anyways. And so yeah, that works out nicely actually. Doesn't really fit with the territory he currently has, because he's up here, and that will actually take this entire duchy out of the Kingdom of Georgia. It might be for the best, because eventually this line will be quite separate from our own and could cause problems in the future. I don't know, but I guess that's just another king that could be problems for his brother. We can expect this is not going to be our last faction rebellion here, guys. More people joining as well. The Wicked has gone back into it, despite everything I've done to appease this guy, because he wants a position in our council now. Okay. Well, he's just not good enough. He's not getting a position on the council. So yeah, we're clearly going to have to deal with the rebellion. I don't think there's anything we could really do to stop it. There's just too many characters. And so we're going to have to fight that, which we will fire in 6 months, so very soon. So I think we're going to stay in our lifestyle focus and just go ahead and go down the third branch here. This character's just been absolutely amazing. If you look at everything he's done from the very beginning with dealing with that rebellion and defeating the invasion of the Byzantines, to forming the empire and just growing it to an insane size. Most of our territory was gained under him. And then just looking at how he's done his lifestyle here, he's moving down the third branch. He's just fantastic. Now this one here isn't helpful for us, but some of these other ones would be. Particularly getting some more opinion with direct vassals. That'd be really nice. The counselor opinion, helpful. More levies, tyranny going down faster, vassals not joining independence factions, more money from powerful vassal counselors. So if you have the powerful vassals and the counselors in the council position, then it's more beneficial. Now another thing we could do is do the Hajj. We're getting a -5 opinion because of that. How close are we to being done with this legend? I feel like it's just taking forever. So we're at 259 of the 300 baronies, so we're getting there. But I want to make sure that we complete it before we die. I think we have to be the one to complete it. Or everything that we've done so far was for naught. We're feeling healthy and fine though. We did just lose an alliance with our son here. Because he's no longer a ruler. What happened to him? Did he have his titles taken from him? Was he overthrown? I'm not entirely sure what happened. Does that mean he set to inherit other... No? Yeah, he must have lost a war or something. I don't even remember what he had, so... Okay. Maybe if you guys know, let me know what happened there. Which titles he lost. Assume it's some issues between our family members. I wasn't really paying attention there. And we got some opinion increased here. Alright, excellent. The guy seemed like he already really liked us though. Alright, so this is unfortunate. That's a big chunk of money. I almost feel like just doing... I hate that they didn't change this. Yeah, this was one of the key complaints, was this event here. And clearly they didn't change it. We have so much legitimacy. I know we did just lose some. We still have so much though that I think we might just give up the legitimacy in this case. And we just lost this alliance here, which we did that marriage for. Wow. Okay. Okay, so he was the one who we arranged that marriage with her. Still not entirely sure what titles he had though. But you can look in the earlier part of the episode and see, since we're looking at that character. So we're just waiting for this rebellion to fire, which is just 1 month away. We have these two characters both who expect to be powerful vassals, or they are powerful vassals. They expect to be on the council, and that's part of the issue there. And we got an event regarding our legend. Seems that this Correa here is talking crap. And so we can call her out, the diplomacy challenge, and we'll get the settled legend because it's a 99% chance of success. Or better pretend I heard nothing. It's weird that we gain stress being honest. Maybe you would always gain stress, but being honest we gain less of it? I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with this option. That'd be helpful. It's a 2% spread chance for the legend. So we probably want a nice little treasury for the war guys. We don't know how long this is going to last. We can demand payments as well. So these are people we have hooks on. We got vassals. I don't know why we wouldn't bother to do that. Nothing I can really do. Well, yeah, because you can't change... Because of our tax system, can't change that. And then the other's the wet nurse, which we decided not to do that one. Alright, so we got a little extra gold there. Kind of means nothing when you're earning as much as we do. Now with the tax jurisdictions, there's all these changes that we made. So we need to get them appointed here. There is the issue with this one here that there's nobody who isn't our religion. I didn't know that. I thought we had some people, but apparently not. And so this one's worthless, essentially. We need to change out of it, but we can't. I think it's 11/29, yeah. 9th of August, 11/29. Now we do have open positions here, though, that we can change to, so let's go ahead and do that. So I want to start with the Ghazi status one, I suppose. Let's get the most powerful one in here. And did I just switch those? I might just switch those two out. Okay, whatever. And I want to assign 2 over here. People who are not being taxed and can earn us a lot more money. The basic tax is the one we want to do last, because we can get like one more person into this one. I want to get like the highest person in here. And then we'll assign the rest to the basic taxes. Whoops. But you probably won't need as many slots now since we have less vassals. So we'll just take these ones and get them in there. And is that it? Yeah, I think we can only do 4. Yeah, we're just gonna have a lot of unassigned taxpayers, unfortunately. 14 currently. I have to make adjustments to that. I'm not gonna do it right now, guys. I feel like we're not really making a lot of progress in today's episode with all the stuff that we're managing. A lot of micromanagement that we're having to take care of. So this is another event where we can change our legend, I suppose. And it's our wife we're talking to. She says, "So tell me, my lord." Her voice snaps me out of my thoughts, and I find her waving her hand, the quill spilling ink over the floor. "What about that time that your annexation against Vali Jahangir ended in victory? That surely is worth adding to your legend." Absolutely, yeah. That was a great occasion. So we'll add that in there. It's a diplomacy challenge. 2% legend spread chance if we're successful. Which, 85% chance, pretty good. Oh, we failed. We weren't convinced, so we lost some prestige. Another tax collector event. This tax collector is huge. We got a giant in a tax collector position. Is he a knight as well? Nah, he's not quite good enough. He's just getting the 6+ from being a giant. But yeah, clearly he's not very skilled overall. So we've seen this event before, one of our vassals, you know, claiming things about our tax collector, trying to get him fired. And we're not going to fire him. We're just going to take the Hyatt loss and piss off another vassal. He's probably one of the ones who's planning on rebelling anyways. Got all kinds of vassals in there. We got new court artifacts that need to be put in place. What do we get? Okay, so we have this. This is probably stuff that we inherited. Let me see where we want to place it. Yeah, I guess it can be placed there. And so this is an increase of prestige and disease resistance. So put that in place. And then the other thing we got was the Seljuk house banner. Alright, so I don't think you get these bonuses anyways. Yeah, because we're not in the house. You just get the court grandeur bonus. And I don't know why we put the Seljuks up on our wall. We wouldn't want to do that. So we won't put that in place. And it says we're still below expectations here. It's risen up to 8 now. Okay. Well, it looks like we're already set to go up to 8. We just need to give it some time. And something happened with our caravan master as well. Oh, the rebellion's gone. Well, that's interesting. I wonder what happened. They just lose so many members? Yeah, I thought they fell below the line here. Or an increase of our own strength. That could be the case as well. We have 22,000. Our numbers were rising the whole time. Now that we're the emperor and we got all these kings. And so I think that's what happened. And so we're just slightly under it. The threshold's 80%. And so because of that, they're too weak to send in the ultimatum. Okay, well, whatever. So now we're just waiting for 1129 to do the war with the Byzantine Empire. We got some event about exotic arms here. We can become the owner of this sword. For 750, we do actually have the money. And we don't have a weapon. However, that's a lot of money for a sword. If we had one that was crafted for us, it wouldn't cost us anywhere near that amount. So yeah, I don't think we're going to actually purchase it in this case. I think there's better ways about getting such a weapon. You can also look to see if there's any decisions that we can do here. Well, we can restore some accolades, introduce a new fashion to court. So that's an option. Recruit a new gardener. We can promote Persian scriptures. This might anger our head of faith, and we'll get the great translator. We'd only be faster in converting in Iranian counties, though. I don't know if it's worth angering our head of faith, the Caliph. Okay, well, it's interesting that's available. Might be something you want to do. I mean, it makes sense as a Persian character. We'd want to do it. I'm trying to avoid a rebellion right now, if we can. So we can get to 1129 and do a war with Byzantines instead. So we got another event here about the mystical high chiefdom. So we could travel all the way over there. It's got to be that really far. Yeah, that's like so far. I don't think this is the time to be traveling so far from our empire. So yeah, we'll just say that. I don't even know if that was about our legend or maybe somebody else's legend. I didn't even read it. yeah, a lot of inconsequential events that you get in CK3, and this is one of the things I hope they do kind of change, and they recognize that it is a little bit of an issue. But yeah, we got another legend event. You get a lot of these. So this is our cousin who's approached us, and it seems that this vassal of ours who's caused us issues in the past. He's got a couple of duchy titles. So he's over here saying that our legend is a lie. And so we say that pesky ogre, we're closer to forming a rivalry with him. He is a powerful vassal as well. Or we say my word is stronger. This is a diplomacy intrigue challenge with an 88% chance of success. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with that one. Yeah, we were able to convince everybody that we're the honest one. I mean, we're an honest character. Believe me, everything we said about this legend is truthful, and it looks like we finally have gotten the ability to upgrade our legend. Alright, so we did it, guys. Let me go ahead and pause this because we got this event here about some emir's friendship. It's a neighboring ruler way over here. See the one that's currently in that? Yeah. He's being attacked in that jihad. So we can become friends. Then he might think that I'm going to help him. Maybe that's why he's trying to be friends with us. I'm suspicious. They're being suspicious here. I'm not convinced. Alright, so yeah, let's go and upgrade our legend. This is the highest quality that you can get to. And so we gain access to the launch a legendary adventure decision, allowing you to abandon your realm and start a new life in a distant kingdom. We're not going to do that. Gain access to the demand local submission decision, allowing you to subjugate any nearby realm. Gain access to the legendary statue option in the clear grounds for a legendary building decision. Gain access to the commission legend artifact decision, allowing you to commission a chronicle to commemorate your legend. So we have succeeded in getting the highest level legend for a valiant defense. And our daughter did lose her sickly trait. Excellent. She made it. Glad to hear. And we lost one of our tax collectors as well. So I need to appoint somebody else to this position. Let's see. It's going to be an average character, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a real bummer. Because we're going to lose a lot of money from that. Because they are so important, the tax collectors, as we've established. Got 4 powerful vassals expect to be on the council. Can't form any more kingdom titles just yet, because again, I do want to usurp that one title and also form this one, which will probably grant to this character here. Makes the most sense. They might want to wait until he's like, I don't know, for sure gonna keep his title. He's only 10 years old. He's got some brothers here. This might be wise to wait. There's a grand tournament we could do. There's also a hunt. Where's this grand tournament at? I almost want to attend that if we can make it. Yeah, maybe we'll attend that. We have so much money, and we earn so much money. We could do our own as well. And also we got a vassal here. We get a demand a payment from. So let's go and do that. Get a little extra money there. Can we even make it in time? You have to leave within 1 day to make it. Let's see, the activity starts on 25th of June and we'd arrive on the 24th, so any delays, and you don't get there because it's such a distance away. But we also don't have a caravan master, and so by assigning one, that'll speed it up a lot. Yeah, so now we do have time to arrive. I don't even know what events he's doing here. So it's a board game and a recital. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll try and win the board game. We'll go ahead and try and do this since we don't have to face that rebellion, or at least not right now. Oh, now it's going to change. Of course, because we have it's going to be in 2 months as well. Okay. So that's unfortunate. We visited the capital of the Persian Empire. So that got us some experience. And now the faction's gone. Okay, so it's just all over the place, guys. A lot of wars happening. We got a divergent culture that has arisen. Yeah, we'll go over here and do this tournament, see if we can't win. I do need to set up our... Oh, I guess we better get this off first. Somebody's trying to kill us. Of course. This idiot belongs in our dungeon. But he did help him. Alright, so let me just pause the game here. Try and get it paused. I do notice that we have a war over here, so this is what I was hoping for. Is that these characters would just conquer this territory for us, so we don't have to do it. Because it's almost unified. Look at our territory. We do have a rebellion here. It looks like maybe that's what happened. Somebody rebelled against... Did he rebel against our son? That's what it seems like. Yeah, our son here is dealing with this rebellion. A liberty war. I don't know if he's powerful enough to put it down. And he's looking kind of weak, actually. I did forget to complete that legend, so let's go ahead and do that. Because yeah, I can't increase the quality any further. So let's go ahead and complete it. I think I got distracted or something, because yeah, we were looking at it, and then I just didn't, I didn't actually hit the complete button. Anyway, here's the end of the book of Behrad and of his noble deeds that were unmatched in the whole land, and here's the end of a valiant defense. Behrad's legend culminates in a marvelous adventure. His great deeds of arms were such that all kings had wonder thereof, and many nobles and commoners came to his encounter, for they wished to see this legend in the flesh. And here it is written, in Baku, the 7th of June, 1127. Let it be told. So there's our legend. I'll let you guys read through it if you want. Alright, excellent. So we've completed the legend. And so we did get to the mythical quality. And it took us that long, from 1114 to 1127, to get that done. So quite a while. Pretty much almost this entire character's life here, at least our ruling as him. He's currently 55 years old, and again, he's still in fine health. We can always start another legend if we wanted to, but he's too old for all that, and frankly, it'd be nice to not have these legend events firing constantly. Alright, so we did arrive to the tournament, and we are going to try and triumph, so we already have that set, and we are on track to qualify for the board game, so we don't even have to do anything to further the chance of qualification. We'll continue to compete in these little events here. We'll do the artisan quarter. I think we're going to get the banners. And also increase opinion with any courtly vassals. We do gain stress because of our lifestyle trait. Yeah, we'll go with that option. It's only 10 gold. And yeah, it helps us beyond the tournament. And since our champion is qualified as well, I forgot we had the champion. So yeah, maybe he'll help us win if we end up losing. We also got a perk here. Let's go with... I mean, the levies would be helpful. I mean, all these are pretty helpful. The domestic affair efficiency. You know what, let's get the levies. That should allow us to have a larger army here, make it more difficult for them to get the faction formed. Yeah, we also need to take a look. We haven't been spending money to improve buildings. We haven't done that for a while. We should probably do that in our capital here. So maybe do the farms and fields. Yeah, we got all this money. There's also the trade port, the walls and towers, and improving our stables. And then we still need to change up our men-at-arms as well before the next war with the Byzantines. So all that needs to be done. We'll go and start with this one though. Get the barns and storehouses. So we're actually working on that. But what made me think about the buildings here is that we need to clear grounds for a legendary building, as well as take the other decisions that we got from the legends. I'm over here all distracted with this tournament, which we could do anytime. We need to do these things. So we'll start with this, clear grounds for a legendary building. And our only option is the legendary statue. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so these are the reasons why we can't do these ones. You must have completed a mythical or illustrious heroic legend. I see. And this is for the holy legends. Okay, so yeah, we'll do the legendary statue. And and it's going to be in our capital, which is where I'd want it. And this will increase the popular opinion of the county, and then we'll get increased prestige, renown, and then glory hounds will have a higher opinion and higher vassal tax contribution. So it's going to clear the grounds. And then to construct that, it's going to be 850, so we do have to save up, and we got to finish this building as well. So yeah, we'll do that pretty much after we're done with this. Hopefully should have the money at that point. The other decision we can take here is demand local submission. This lasts for 15 years, and so considering our character's age, it makes sense to do it now. And this will increase our martial by 2. So we're currently at only 8, so that's helpful. And the biggest bonus is the men-at-arms maintenance reduction, negative 25%. That's really helpful. Does it decrease opinion by 5 though, so there is that. I think it's worth it though, the amount of money we're going to get from this. Just because we don't have to pay as much for the men-at-arms. And then we're not going to launch a legendary adventure. Yeah, we're not going to do that one. So those were the decisions that we got there. We can also further develop our capital here, since we're diligent. It does result in some stress. It might be worth doing to increase the growth there. Just trying to make this like the most impressive capital ever. Currently sitting at 32. I guess we looked at that not that long ago. Yeah, now we just need to save up some money, guys. Alright, so this is the board game. And so I'm ready to compete. And we are not going to sabotage anybody. This is no way to win. I've already looked at the board game once in this playthrough. So I'm not going to really go through all these. It's probably all the same events that we've already seen them up anyways. So we're going to go with this option. Could do that one as well. I think that kind of went back in our face last time though. We ended up winning or whatever. Our champion did lose. Okay. I don't think we picked our champion based on his skill at board games though. So this is who we're going up against next. Fellow Persian. And so now we're going to get a choice on how we want to go about doing this. So we can do the Intrigue Learning Challenge. Softly, softly. So this is 88% chance that the maneuver is a coup. And 12% chance it will fail. As a diligent character, apparently we don't want to do that though. Yeah, whatever. We'll take the stress, even though we are pretty high in the stress currently. So that worked out well. 82% chance of victory currently. This is a learning martial challenge. Our martial sucks, as we've seen. Though it is higher now at 10, but still not great. Instead, we could do the learning diplomacy challenge, 56% chance of success, or a learning intrigue challenge, 43% chance of success, or just the learning challenge. Well, seems like adding our diplomacy in there would be helpful, so we'll go with that option. I think we should have won. Although it says progress to victory 0%, so yeah, we lost. Okay, so yeah, we got knocked out, unfortunately. Alright, so we lost. So that's a bummer. We'll see who won here. Can you like skip through these with... Nope, that doesn't work. Let's get to watch the animation again. Okay, so it seems that the character who beat us, he lost. At least there's that. And Barad, a court physician, lowborn court physician, won the tournament. Alright, so the winner's been declared. We are not set to qualify for the recital. Now we are on track to qualify. Okay, maybe our banners did the trick there. So we already went to the artisan quarters. We'll go to the tourney grounds this time. And this would allow us to get some experience with the Falconeer trait. This is another event we've seen, by the way. Could reduce our stress and increase our score. I think that would be the better option in this particular case. Yeah, because we do have stress kind of stacking up now. So it would be helpful. Let me see, will we be able to do another event? We will. Alright, so we can do one more. Let's go to the tavern. Again, another event I think we've already seen. There's not a lot of events for the tournaments. As an honest character, I don't think we'd do this one, and we wouldn't do this because it's temperate, so we're just gonna say disgusting. Take the prestige. I think, yeah, that's the only one we were able to do, and we were able to participate. So it's time to show the world my skill. And our champion is qualified as well. A rambunctious recital. So Telek flashes an arrogant smirk my way as he ascends the dice. And it doesn't take long for me to find out why. The very first line is a grave insult to me, and the rest follows suit. The sound of the cheering, jeering crowd fills my ears. I have no choice but to retaliate with my own poem against him. My opening verse is of paramount importance. So 'tis true Telek rhymes like no other. However, I hath lain with his mother. He is a rakish lover. His mind couldn't be duller, or his face couldn't be rougher. Well, the rougher doesn't really rhyme as well. I think we just want to go with the one that has the best chance of success. This is a diplomacy challenge with a 96% chance of success. So it is the best option. But I don't like it as much, honestly. Could go with the intrigue challenge, 82% chance of success. I like this one though, diplomacy intrigue challenge. No matter what, our score increases moderately. It's safest to go with that option, but I just don't like that one. I mean, I guess it makes sense though, because he's disfigured. And he's wearing a mask, so he's probably got some confidence issues about that. Maybe we should do that one. Yeah, we'll go with that. I didn't think about the fact that he had the mask on. And our verse wins the crowd. Of course it did, it was amazing. Stage fright. Trumpets blare, the masses whoop and holler. I send the recital dice waving, a hush falls as I take a heroic stance, as my chest puffs, as my arms spread wide. I open my mouth, it's dry, it's very, very dry. I try to speak, but words won't come. Hundreds of eyes stare upon me. Why can't I speak? As the crowd's muttering gather pace, my fumbling hands close around something large and leathery, my purse of coins. So you say, behold, free coin. Throw out 75 gold, lose some stress. And I can make a quick escape as they all scramble. Instead, do this intrigue diplomacy challenge, which a 50-50 chance of success. Or just go with the decrease in our skill. Yeah, I guess we'll throw the coin out. It's unfortunate to lose the coin, but it's only sure chance there. So, word to the wise. Night begins to fall on the scene, but torches light the competition as it continues. I talk to myself under my breath, readying my lips for the next round as I reminisce about the happenings so far, like when I had to deal with about a stage fright. I step forward to take my turn, ascending the steps. It's time for the final verse. So we could do a ditty about making coin and living a good life. This is a diplomacy stewardship challenge. I'm a little surprised that our score is so low there. 67% chance, considering that we're really good at stewardship. Probably gonna do the best options though. Yeah, it's the best option. So with that option, and I think it would make sense for our character as well. And it's well versed. I finished my final verse, but the crowd haven't waited for the ending. The cheers drown out my words. Flowers landing around me on the stage as I make my way off. I'm winning. Victory is so close. There are precious few competitors left to go, and even less time. It all comes down to this. Well, their progress to victory is actually pretty low here. So one last verse. Said it actually decreased our chance there, but we can see here that we achieved our intent. We did triumph. So we are the contest winner. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over and someone's moment in the sun is being readied. A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else, some truly spirited competition, we have our final three. In third place, the gutsy Amir Baram. So this is our vassal here. Coming in close second is Telek, who we went up against. And that of course leaves us with our victor, which is us. I knew I could win. My champion, which he did not. It says he did not compete, but I think he got knocked out. But I've proven my worthiness beyond doubt. And so we won, gaining 150 prestige, 80 gold. So basically it just pays for the gold that we threw out to the crowd. But we do get this nice bonus here to our diplomacy, as well as a few other things. And we'll get a prize. So we'll see what our prize is at the conclusion. It was a goblet. Okay, so it's a pedestal item. I think we have one place left there. And that increases the vassal tax of our courtly vassals, so it's helpful. And of course we increase our experience in the Hassel-Looter trait for wit. And we gain some legitimacy as well. Alright, so we just about arrived home, just skipping those travel events. One thing I did notice here is that the Emperor has 2 wars that he's losing, and one of those is for a claim on the Byzantine Empire. And so it looks like it's going to be switching hands again. So they're going to have another Emperor. But the major one here is actually several of our vassals are fighting him over just one county. It's just this one here. But yeah, looks like our empire will be expanding a little bit because it does seem that they're currently winning that conflict. We did finish our construction here just in time, right as we arrived. Excellent. And so now we're going to want to go ahead and construct our new special building, the legendary statue. And so we're going to start working on that, and that's going to be all of our money. It's going to take 16 months to get that done. This is what we're getting from it. Prestige, renown, and the bonuses for the glory hounds. And unfortunately, the place is prone to plague. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, because of the size, probably. Yeah. I think the size is what's causing it to be prone to the plague. So let me take a look and see if there's any notifications we need to be aware of. Our grandson is currently locked up, and so we can ransom him. Can't afford the entire ransom, so we'd only be offering 110. Yeah, I don't know about all that. It's a lot of money. I feel like our son could probably do it himself, right? I mean, you'd assume he's got some money. He's got 74. He's got about as much as we do. So we'll let him ransom his son off since he's the one losing these wars, apparently. I'm guessing that's what's going on. Let me just take a look here again. Yeah. A Liberty War here. Okay, so our sons are dealing with all kinds of rebellions since we gave them all that territory. So they got to deal with helping us keep control of this massive empire for us. So at least they're helping us in some regard. We gave them all those titles, so they should be. We still have this title here that we can usurp. Perhaps. But I think I'd rather get those other kingdom titles first. So there's the Syrian one here. We can also get the Mesopotamian one and then give that to the Caliph. We don't have the kingdom title here in Persia. I don't know that we would either, since yeah, we wouldn't be able to have that for ourselves. All right, so unfortunately we do have to end the episode here. We are in 1128, and so that means I'll be able to change this eventually in just a few months in August. So we'll change this up so we can actually put the rest of our vassals, well, not all of them. We have one open slot here. I guess we can put somebody in there now. If we've got anybody available. Might not. Oh, here we go. So we'll still have a couple untaxed vassals. Could always put them into this one so you get them all taxed. Create another kingdom title would also get rid of some of our vassals. And so once we do that, we don't have to worry about it so much. And then we're only 1 year away from being able to do our own war against the Byzantine Empire. And so that's what we'll be doing next episode. We're going to attack them over a kingdom. Probably this one here. The Pontus one. I think that's the one that makes the most sense. Even if you're not really getting as much territory. You're still getting a lot there. Anatolia, you're going to get a lot more. I think this one just kind of looks a lot better for our empire. And so that'll be our one holy war that we can do in our lifetime. Which in our character is 55 currently. And so I'd like to be able to do that. And then he also needs to still do the Hajj. We haven't done that yet. And so we are losing the piety for not having done that. And we have too few spouses. Probably because we're an emperor. So we need one more wife. So we could always find another spouse just so we're not losing as much piety. We're very close to becoming a paragon of virtue. This character is just absolutely fantastic. Great on the piety. And then almost legendary with the fame. So that's the highest level there for the fame. And the second highest level for the devotion. Of course, we also increased our level of splendor. Although we're pretty low on here, and just being well known. We're about in the middle there. But pretty good considering the fact our dynasty wasn't well known when we started here. Yeah, we're earning tons of money. And so the next thing we're going to deal with in preparation for our war with the Byzantines is our men-at-arms situation. So we're finally going to deal with this. It's been a while. Like this with the buildings, we just haven't been managing it because we've been spending money on other things like titles and such and activities. And so yeah, we're going to go ahead and manage the men-at-arms and get this sorted out in preparation for that war. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.